Hi, I'm Justin. I'm a certified CPT, and I'm going to take you through my stretching routine that I like to use after hockey, soccer, gym, or even just to promote relaxation before bed. So, after a good workout, hockey or soccer, my hips are going to be a little tight. So, a stretch that I like to do is a 90-90, and there's two variations. So, I'll just be showing you the regular one plus an alternate version for that. So with the 90-90 stretch, I like to just get on my knees, then spread my legs so that my forward leg is kind of parallel with my torso and it's in a 90-degree angle, and my back leg is also in a 90-degree angle. And then I'm just going to face forward, and I'm just going to focus on pressing into my glute and my hip. I'm just going to hold that for 30 seconds. For the alternate version, I'm just going to be in a supine laying position with my back against the floor and my knees slightly bent. So all we're going to do is we're going to press down onto our back, feet flat on the floor, arms at our sides, and then we're going to take either the left or right hip, depending on which side we're going first. And then we're going to just bring that hip over into a position where you feel a slight stretch in the glute, and you're just going to hold that for 30 seconds. To make this harder, you can use your hand and hold your leg and pull your leg towards your chest. Hold that one for 20 to 30 seconds and then switch to the opposite side. The next one I'm going to show you is just the target on the inside of the thigh. So just to make sure all the muscles are nice and stretched. So this one is going to be called the Spider-Man stretch. So we're going to have one of our knees planted up firmly on the ground, toes facing forward onto the floor, and we're going to make sure our leg is in a nice firm 90-degree angle. You're going to take the right arm, place as far as you can go down. Range of motion may be limited in some people, but just focus on pushing the arm down so the elbow is on the inside of the knee. And you're just going to hold that for 30 seconds, and you'll feel a nice stretch on the inside of the thigh towards the groin area. And again, we want to be holding this for 20 to 30 seconds. I'll switch sides, show you how it looks on the other side as well. So the next stretch I'm going to show you will involve a lot of the quad muscles. So having good flexibility in the quads will allow you to have reduced knee pain, especially when you run. This is important if you're high-level sport athlete or even in the general population and you're just looking for a good and healthy way to keep your body in good shape and also perform to your best. Okay, so for this stretch, you're going to be using your elbow as a basis of support to keep you supported during the stretch. So all you're going to do is you're going to find a nice, comfy, relaxed position for yourself. Make sure your legs are fully extended outward. You're just going to go ahead and flex your leg so your arm reaches your ankle, and then you're just going to pull back until you feel a nice stretch on your quad. And you're just going to try and hold this one for 20 to 30 seconds as well. And then for the other side, you'll just be switching over. So my base of support will just be on the other side. An advanced version of a quad stretch I like to use. I like to use this one especially because I feel it a lot more in my quads. It targets the quads a lot more, and it just gives a lot more variation to what I can implement in my stretching routine. So I'm just going to show you how I get set up into this position and then how to hold this one. So I'm going to get on all fours, I'm going to put my arms both on the ground. I'm going to push my left knee back towards the couch so that my ankle is in a comfortable position on the couch. And then with my right knee, I'm just going to press up with my hands and then lift myself into a proper position. And then you can see I'm in a 90 degree angle, a good base of support on both sides. So all that I'm going to do is just sit there and hold it for 20 to 30 seconds. And then I'll just be repeating this on the opposite side. A quick correction to make is just to make sure that your leg is fully in line with the couch and you're not too far forward, because you won't feel the stretch as much. And then we're just going to lift off, get back into our position. And then start again with the next leg. Reminder that whenever we're stretching, it's important just to make sure that we're inhaling and exhaling on regular breaths, so that we're promoting relaxation during stretching. So in the final stretch I'm going to show you, I like to include a hamstring stretch that also implements our calves, because those are two important muscles that help us prevent injury, especially when we're running or playing sports, or even just in activities of daily living. So I'm just going to be standing in a nice relaxed position, feet around shoulder width apart. I'm going to bring my right or left foot forward, whichever one I'm going to be using, and then dorsiflex, so your toes are pointed towards the sky. And then you're just going to hip hinge and then bend down as far as you can within your range of motion, and you're going to feel a nice stretch in your calf muscle and your hamstrings. You're going to hold this for 20 to 30 seconds as well. So for a breathing exercise to wrap up my stretching session, I'll just do something quick that'll help my body gain a relaxation state. So you can do this either sitting on a chair or lying down. Just make sure to have something comfortable underneath you. So all I'm gonna do is have my legs up against the wall in a 90 degree position and my back flat against the ground. And then from this position, you can either have your hands at your sides or in your chest. I like to keep them at my chest. But just making sure your feet are pressed up against the wall, so you're in a good, strong position. And then all you're gonna do is inhale for 4 seconds and exhale for 4 seconds as well. Thanks everyone for watching. That wraps up my stretching video. Stretching is very important. Even if you do it 2 to 3 times a week, it makes a big difference in activities of daily living, sport performance, and just general health. So I recommend incorporating flexibility when you can. It doesn't have to be every day, but just when you can, either after a workout or after a run, just to make sure your muscles are feeling good, and you'll feel good after that as well. Stay tuned for more. Thanks, guys.